Welcome to Whippoorwill Holler. I'm Miss Lori and this is Mr. Brown. We live in the hills of Arkansas. We love the Lord. Keepers of the old ways, but accept some of the new. We love to cook and we love to eat. We love to garden. It's in our blood. It's how we stay sustainable and fill our pantry. We do a lot of canning and preserving. We live a sustainable life. We love our family. We work hard. And every once in a while, we like to dance. So y'all join us. Okay, I'm relaxing and Danny's a fishing. We're back on Crown Lake. Mr. Brown is a very dedicated fisherman. He'll stay out here hours on end till he catches his fish. He studies them. He learns where they're at. He learns which lures to use, which are the best. We're fixing to cook us a little bit of late lunch, early supper because we're going to go back on the boat on the lake here in a little bit. Danny's getting the fire started and cleaning the grill. And I'm cooking just a little bit of this Mexican chorizo that I got at Walmart. I love to add it when I'm making, because we're fixing to put a couple of chicken breasts and a flank steak on the grill, and I'm going to cut it up really thin and we're going to make us some tacos, some fajitas, or whatever you want to call it.
Oh, yum.
Sun's shining today, but we're not going to get back on the lake till it cools down a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Flies are smelling this chorizo cooking.
Have you ever thought you had your charcoal going and it wasn't? That just happened to me.
Well, that's some cheap stuff. Is it hot now, or we're gonna have to?
I think it's trying to get white.
We can go ahead and put it in here and put some wood on it. Anyways, that's what we're doing now, and when we get it all cooked up, we'll bring you back, show you what we're having for an early supper. I'll show you what this Mexican chorizo looks like. It's got a lot of paprika in it, and I love the addition to it, especially for a breakfast taco. It's really good. It's got a lot of paprika in it, some different seasonings, and it's just really, really good mixed up in a fajita or a taco. Danny's got some chicken breast and that flank steak going. Once they get cooked, how are you going to cook that flank steak? Probably medium? Mm-hmm. We'll cut that up real thin and cut the chicken breast up thin. The chorizo's just about done, and you can tell when it's done because it really starts crumbling up like hamburger meat. Now this is pork, and it starts getting brown. But it just gives a really good authentic taste to your fajitas or your tacos. I've got some corn tortillas right here that I'm going to heat up over here in the skillet. And
we're going to eat like kings.
We get everything done, we're going to eat.
I'm hungry too.
I am too. Y'all hear something loud? It's the air conditioning, and I'm telling you, we ain't gonna sit in here without it. I can't open that. We got a little bit of salsa verde to put on this. I've got tomatoes, some lettuce. This is a chorizo, and I found some bell peppers that I had brought. I sauteed them up. We got some avocados and some cheese. Our corn tortillas. Danny sliced up the flank steak and the chicken breast. Is that all of it?
I've got a homegrown jalapeno pepper. That first one that...
Is it hot?
I haven't tried it. I don't know if they're hot or not. I love the flavor of jalapeno. I just don't like a whole lot of heat. I don't mind a little heat. These peppers are supposed to be a milder version of the jalapeno.
So I'm going to put a little tomato and lettuce, a little bit of cheese. I am going to get some of this chorizo. If you've never tried chorizo, it is a... I don't know. I never ate it growing up. We didn't have such thing, but I've ate it as an adult, especially in breakfast burritos, and it's really good. So I'm gonna get me a piece of flank steak and a piece of this chicken. Put some salsa verde on it. I don't like stuff very hot, so I can't. And I'm also going to put me some avocado on here. And sweat's just pouring down my back.
I need a bigger shell.
I know. But you know what? You just gather it up like this.
Put me a little bit of cheese on that, please.
And don't talk with your mouth full. So good.
The jalapeno is not hot. Tastes really good.
Do you not remember which ones you planted? This salsa verde is hotter than that jalapeno, probably. Man, that's got a good taste to it. Well, we're going to eat our early supper. Clean up a little bit, and then we're going to go back to the lake, and we'll bring y'all with us. How about that? You need the net? Don't. There it is. How much he weigh? Pound?
Yeah. Ain't very big.
Bleeding.
I don't know.
He swallowed it good.
Yep.
Well, y'all, it's the next day, next morning, and we're cleaning up and packing up, getting ready to head to the house. It's been a wonderful 3 days of relaxation and just fishing and enjoying ourselves in the great outdoors. If you don't do anything but just go out and sit in your lawn chair and look at the lake or look at nature, it just kind of brings you back down a little bit. I usually try to clean up though before we leave out, and then put everything up. So I'm spraying my sink out with some cleaner, and I'm going to dry everything off and put it up. Danny's out putting our chairs up and folding the table up and cleaning everything up outside too. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to do to get ready just to leave back out and go to the house. And once we get to the house, we always clean again and get everything out of the camper. And before we leave out though, once I get the sink and everything cleaned up, anything that's around the sink I put inside the sink, because once Danny starts down the road, everything will just fall off the counter. So you got to put it up, you got to put things up, and then some of it I just stick down in the sink. Isn't that cute? This was a gift to us, says Whippoorwill Howard. And I knew exactly that I was going to take it out here and the camper and keep it in the camper with us. Looked like a good place for that little filler. We done a little bit of cooking inside too, breakfast. A little bit of greasy on the. This is a really good gas cook stove. It comes on really easy. It's got a starter on it, and the oven. I haven't used the oven yet. We have a really good microwave too, but yeah, it's easy to use. It's gas and no problem. So I've really enjoyed cooking on it. Danny's got the boat and truck ready for me to pull home. We just about got everything done. We have a nice awning on this camper that keeps us nice and shaded. It takes just a little while to. There's a button right here at the door to the left that you push, and it'll bring that awning on up and just kind of rolls it up. A little bit slow, but it'll get it done. When you're in a really sunny campground, you don't have a lot of trees around. So our bedroom on this camper has a pull-out. So before you leave, you got to come in here, push the button, and pull that back in so the bed folds up and comes right back in.
Bed in.
Bed in.
Bed in.
The good, the bad, and the ugly. He has the job of dumping the sewer. It's got to be done. Whoa, 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 whoa. There's a buck deer right there. I think a doe was just right out in front of him. I'm not too far from the house. About half a mile. Of course, I'm the one pulling the boat home. I think it made Mr. Brown nervous. I think he thought I might lose his boat on the way home. I still got it. Well, we made it back to the house. It's just about, I don't know, an hour drive to the lake. So, you know, when you live here, Arkansas has, I don't even know, I can't even remember the count, how many lakes and rivers that we are so blessed, not counting all the creeks that all the kids play in every day. We have a lot of water here, and that is probably 90% of anybody that lives in Arkansas what they dearly love, and that's the water, whether it be the lake or the river. We have a lot of water parks too. If you hear a noise, it's my fan running, because when we got home the house was kind of hot and I've been dragging stuff. Well, the first thing I done when I got in, of course you know me, I was a little worried about my flowers in my garden. So once I got my purse in and checked the house out, I went straight out to all my flowers, and it took me a little while to get everything watered. Nothing was suffering though. We had quite a bit of rain right before we left. So, hey, if you need it to rain, just let Miss Lori go out and water the okra, because it'll rain every time. Okra loves hot weather, and it doesn't want to be soaking wet either. So when I go out there and I stick my finger down around that okra root and stuff, and I can tell when it needs some water. And that day, I think it was Saturday, it needed water. So Lori went to the rain barrel, and I went back and forth with my water bucket, because we don't have a hose drug down there yet. Before the summer's over, we will though. And I went out there and I just watered every okra. We had to replant the green beans, so I watered all that. I didn't water the sweet potatoes, because when I felt the ground underneath the vines, it felt pretty moist. And I think it was it Sunday or Saturday night? I can't remember. My days are since I've been retired, my days are running in together. I don't even know what day it is. Isn't that great? And it rained, and I told Danny, I said, well, I went out and watered the okra. Every time I do, it's going to rain. So when y'all need some rain in our area, just say, Miss Lori, can you go water your okra? But anyways, nothing was really suffering, but some of it needed to be watered. My zinnias, I mean, just the 3.5 days that I was gone, so many bloomed, and they're just so big and so pretty. And I'll do another garden update pretty soon. And I did pick some squash that need to be picked, and some green beans, so that I had planted in the back. In the back, the kitchen garden, I've just got a few green beans back there, but it's the big garden where our main green beans are. And like I said, I had to replant them, and I don't know what's going on with the green bean seeds, but I don't know. But I do know that when you plant them, they do need, once they come up and they start to bloom, they really need a little bit of a certain degree weather to set that bloom up, and then go into hotter summer. But I don't know. But anyways, we always have a good batch of green beans. But I will be planting a fall garden, of course, probably about the end of July, August. And I'll show y'all what I'll be planting then. But anyways, so I got everything watered, and I drove the truck and the boat in. So I parked it and waited for Danny to get in with the camper. He had to stop and fill the propane up and get gas. And of course, when we get in, we like to get everything put up and everything cleaned up before we carry on. And we're fixing to have to run into our to town. So he's already got the camper washed off. I got the dirty clothes out. The refrigerator's still plugged in, because we have a place to plug our camper in. And so I'll be dealing with the food and all that this afternoon when it cools off when we get back from town. He washed his boat and truck off. Now he's backing his boat into the shop. So it's a lot of work to go enjoy yourself sometimes, but it's worth it. But you know, the 3 days that we've been gone, it's been really nice. And it makes you, I don't know, when you get home, it's just like, oh, I love my home. And you do. You get to missing it. It's very, very hard for me to stay gone for a whole week. So that'll be something that I got to get used to if I start traveling a little bit. Even Danny don't really like being gone very long from home. So anyways, we had a good time. Got to fish. Danny caught several fish. Nothing really big, but it don't matter. He just likes to fish. You can't keep all those. They have to be 12 inches or longer, I believe. And even the 2 that were, he didn't keep them. He put them back and let them grow some more. But he just loves to fish, and I love just sitting out there on the water enjoying myself. We are having a deck put on in front of the porch, so that'll be something that I'll be showing y'all when it gets done. We have some really hard-working carpenters that come in, and they work during the week, full-time job, so they put on roofs and build porches and stuff only on the weekend. So you can imagine these men are probably hardly ever home, but because people keep them busy. It's not the Mennonites this time, but it's well, it's a teacher that retired with me from the school system, me and Mr. Brown, and his son and his grandson, and they do a really good job. So when it gets done, I'll show y'all. So that's why we got to go town today after we get back from the lake, because we got to go pick up a few things, and then we'll come home and I'll continue to get my stuff out of the camper. You know, you get home from camping or being gone, you always have a load of clothes or two to wash and everything to clean up. But so we're home now, and we'll see what's going to be going on this next couple of days. I just wanted to share our time because a lot of y'all love it when we share our river or lake time with you, and we haven't been on the river yet, but we will, because we do have a boat we can take on the river too. And so it's just nice. We were both raised not too far from one of the most prettiest rivers in Arkansas, 11 Point River and Spring River. But 11 Point is where we went pretty much every day, or most days. It wasn't probably just a few miles from where the kids grew up. And of course they had a huge creek on the farm and down from us that they'd go to anytime they wanted to. So they always had that natural water to play in. So if you're ever looking for a place in Arkansas, I can tell you it's hard to find a place that's got a good creek running from it through it, because most people have already got it bought up, and they're not going to let go of it. But or at least buy a place close to a creek or river, because you'll enjoy it so much. Well, I'm going to close this video down. Mr. Brown's still getting stuff out of the boat in the truck, and we need to run to town. So we'll see y'all in a couple days. I need to do some recipes and some canning and just everything that goes with life. I hope that y'all have had a wonderful week. We have, and y'all have for the next all your life. I don't like saying, you know, just the weekend or whatever. Have a beautiful life. That's what I want to say. Enjoy what you have. You can enjoy nature and enjoy life without spending a lot of money and going very far from home. You just have to seek those resources out. Here in Arkansas, you don't have to seek very far because it's here close usually, anywhere you go. Yes, I'm endorsing Arkansas. I love it here. But anyways, we'll see y'all in a few days. Don't know what we'll be doing, but we will be doing something. I want to do something before I leave from here, because it's not that I keep forgetting. I'm getting older and I can't remember everything. I need to write it down on a piece of paper. You know, I think every once in a while that all of us channels need to help and encourage other channels that are working so hard. And you know, if I find a channel that I absolutely adore and I think that y'all are going to get something out of, learn from, and I'm going to share it with you. And I will put the link down below in my information box below the video, under the title where it says more, and you click on that and my stuff comes down. But there is a channel that I have found, and I've been watching her for quite a while, And, well, sometimes, most of the time I'm not even watching. I'm just listening to, because I'll turn them on and then I go about my business. I mean, that's just the way I have to do it. But it's called Miss Annette's Little Farm in the Big City. Miss Annette's Little Farm in the Big City. And I hope I said that right. And I will put her link down below. I think one of the things that connected me to her was she's a teacher, for one thing. I'm not sure if she's retired yet. Maybe I haven't watched that video where she talks about retirement. But she is the sweetest lady. And I have a feeling y'all are going to fall in love with her too. And I want to help her channel grow, because I'm telling you what she does to me in this little area in the city that she does. And children are learning from it, and I'm learning from it because I think it's awesome. I think it's awesome when you can take a little piece of ground in your home and make this wonderful little, I mean, she has gardens and bees and goats and chickens and ducks and in her backyard. She don't have acres of land. And her place is so pretty and so set up, and she works so hard at it, and she takes good care of her animals. And her husband, he's right there beside her too, and he helps. I'm not sure if he's a teacher or not. I'm not sure about that. It's Miss Annette's Little Farm in the Big City. And I hope y'all watch it. We'll see y'all in a few days. I love y'all, and God bless. Be safe.
I've climbed the mountains in Montana, danced in the lights of New Orleans. Portland ran away with me, and San Francisco stayed with me. Nashville